Hey ladies, it's Mara. Just giving you an update. I am a little late, sorry. But I reached 12 weeks on Saturday, so um, lots of good stuff there, obviously. So I reached my second trimester, and gosh, I didn't even think I'd ever get pregnant, so so that's a good thing. Um, I'm already feeling better. Everybody says, you start feeling better in your second trimester, and I am. Still a little nausea, but energy-wise, a lot better. So much to the point I'm actually cleaning the house again. So, yeah, so that's good. It was starting to pile up all the fur and the dust and the dirt and all that stuff. So, but yeah, 12 weeks. On my last video, I'd mentioned that I was getting ready to see my new OB, so I'll talk a little bit about that. And then a few other things. But otherwise, everything's going really well. I have almost, I talk about doing my highs and lows, but I don't really have any lows right now. So I'm really grateful for that and really thankful that everything's going so well. But yeah, I saw my OB, my new OB, for the first time. It's been almost 2 weeks now, and he's great. I prefer male doctors. Some people probably think I'm crazy, but I do, and I have for the longest time. I remember I was a teenager when I first saw like a lady doctor, and the first doctor I had was a female, and she did the pelvic exam and stuff like that, and she was rough with me, and so I didn't. Not that you're supposed to enjoy such things, but I had a bad memory of it. And so ever since then, when I could choose, and I wasn't able to choose at that point in my life, I was a young girl, and I had no insurance and no money, so the only exams I got were from the Planned Parenthood clinic. So it was cheap. It was like $26 for me to go in, and it was the only thing I could afford and do. And you didn't get to choose your doctor. You just went in that day, and you got whoever was volunteering. The doctors from the other hospitals would volunteer to do the clinic hours or whatever. So I never really got to choose. So I'd get this person one time, this person this other time. But ever since I was old enough and had enough money to choose my doctor, I've always chosen a male doctor, and I've always been more comfortable with him. So he's a good doctor. I've only seen him once, so who knows? He could get worse. I hope not. And real quiet. I don't know if that's good or bad. He's real quiet and didn't have a lot to say. He answered the questions that I asked, and then I didn't have many. I try to read up on things and try to get a gist of stuff on my own, and then just if I have deeper questions, then I'll ask, or if something's not quite working the way I imagine, I'll ask. So I only had a few questions. We got to see the babies, and they're doing good. They're growing good. Gosh, I wish you guys could see it because it's so... I'm going to cry just thinking about it. That could be the hormones. I had the little video of the one waving and stuff, but now they're moving so much. So when we saw baby A this past time, he or she was kicking and waving and doing a lot faster than what they were doing the last time we saw them move. And baby B at first wasn't kicking or anything, but then it livened up and suddenly it was doing the same thing. So we were laughing, because we're both Hispanic, that we're going to have little soccer players or salsa dancers in the family. They were just kicking like crazy. It was just, oh, it's so amazing to see. It really is. It's just crazy. Oh, I hope everyone in the world gets to see that one day. And we get to go back to the doctor next week, so I'm really excited to see them. We both are. We got spoiled at the RE because we got to see them every week, and now we're only seeing them... Sorry, the dog just kicked my video. We're only seeing them every few weeks, so Like, this will be 3 weeks since we've seen them. So we've got to get used to that until they're born, that we're not going to see them very often. So that was really exciting. But yeah, he's a good doctor. The office is really nice. It's a small office, which I prefer. I'd rather a smaller office where it's not, I'm not one of 1,000 patients. I'd rather just be one of 100 or whatever. I'm not going to get lost in their system. I mean, even the doctor himself, usually the nurse comes in, does this, and that. And then he leaves, does his thing, and then she finishes up and does all the paperwork. Well, he was doing all the paperwork himself, typing it into the computer and asking us more questions and filling it out. And he scheduled our, he's typing in the computer to schedule some tests and stuff like that. So, I mean, so that's kind of nice. I feel like he was a little more hands-on. So he said what I kind of already knew, and that was they usually induce at 37 weeks. And there's always a big possibility for a C-section because of the twins. So I'm slowly coming to terms with induction. I'll never get on the C-section board. I cannot imagine I'm ever going to be like, yeah, that sounds great, let's do one of those. But, I'm slowly coming around to the induction because I feel like if that is an option instead of a C-section, then I'm going to choose the lesser evil. So yeah, I mean, it was a good appointment. We go back, today is Monday the 19th, so we go back Tuesday, a week from tomorrow. So the day after Memorial Day. And I'll let you know how that goes. So otherwise, everything's going really good. Like I said, I'm feeling better. I'm feeling more energetic. I'm getting some work done. I've decided to start in the nursery. Some people probably think I'm crazy. I've even read forums and stuff. People think when you're having twins, it's crazy to start the nursery because people are really, really worried about losing them at 20 weeks, 24 weeks, or whatever. So, I mean, in like a twin world, I've read lots of stuff about people not doing anything until 24 weeks. I can't do that. I can't not enjoy what's happening. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm like overly hopeful. Gosh, if something happens, I would be absolutely devastated. But at the same time, I could not imagine. 24 weeks, that's 12 weeks from now. I could not imagine not enjoying myself for the next 12 weeks and just waiting around for babies to die. That doesn't make any sense to me. So I'm going with it. You know what? I'm pregnant. We're having babies, and that's what I'm going to keep telling myself. We're having children. This is happening. They're not going to die on me. The end. Okay, now that I'm off my soapbox. So we've started nursery plans. We were gifted 2 cribs, which is a wonderful, wonderful gift because they can be expensive, and these are some really nice cribs, so that's very exciting. So the cribs are here. We still have to get mattresses, but they're here. We cleaned out the spare room finally, and we are going to paint this coming weekend. So I've kind of decided on like a woodland theme, but modern, very modern. Because I've ordered fabric for the nursery and stuff, so it's kind of like a gray and an icy blue, and it has just a smidge of orange in it. What other colors? That's about it. And then some white. Oh, some lime green. So very modern, but they've got trees on them and bugs and cute little things. I mean, people are probably like, ew, bugs, but we love bugs at this house. So yeah, and I'll take pictures and show you guys stuff and maybe do a video or whatever on the room. But for sure we're painting this upcoming weekend, and then slowly but surely we'll start adding all the other bits and pieces, and I bought the fabric, so I've still got to sew all of the bedding. But yeah, it's gonna be exciting. So I'm enjoying the thought of that work. So it's good work to do, to take care of those things and sew those things for my babies. And I've always thought about, all the things I was going to do for the nursery and all the sewing and stuff, because I'm a seamstress. That's what I like to do. So I was always imagined all the sewing I would do, so it's very exciting to finally get to that point. So that's about it. I'm going a little overboard with my time. I'm trying not to go over 10 minutes. That's all that's going on over here. Like I said, my next update will probably be about our next appointment and probably about painting. So, all right. Bye, ladies.